Justin Timberlake is desperate and a flop. We got to talk about this, but before we get into it, hello, my name is Sebastian, and I don't know how to tie my scarf, bitch. I wanted to give you guys like elegant and suave, but I don't know what this is giving, bitch. But anyways, girl, welcome back to my channel. If you are brand new, the whole vibes are like we're on a FaceTime call, and I'm so grateful and thankful to be here with you all. If you are brand new, like I said, it's like we're hanging out. So if you need a new messy bestie, hit that subscribe button. So we got to talk about Justin Timberlake and his, you know what, girl? First of all, let me just start off by saying a prayer. I don't want to be mean because, I do believe in karma. So everything I say, may it be constructive and may I be able to express myself without insult and just a tad bit of shadiness because, girl, I'm not a nun. Okay. So listen, the Backstreet Boys have had humongous success in the sphere in Vegas. I am dying to go watch them, but it is so freaking expensive. And right now, your messy bestie is broke. So the closest I'll get to Backstreet Boys is on YouTube. You know what I mean? But anyways, listen, I feel in my heart that the Backstreet Boys are probably the biggest boy band in history. They have been able to sustain such a huge freaking career. I mean, the legacy that they have. And the reason why is that they know that they are better together than separately. Nick Carter tried to do the solo thing. Didn't really work out for him. And so they've been together for over 30 years. And now they are the biggest show in Vegas. People are paying thousands. They're earning millions. And they're selling out this huge new sphere and putting on one hell of a show. And that makes me think NSync is probably so fucking, pissed off that this is actually happening that they are not able to get together because of freaking Justin Timberlake. Well, now there are new reports stating that Justin Timberlake is not actually reuniting because of his unfortunate Lyme disease. Lyme disease. Check this out. Well, Justin Timberlake and NSync fans, I don't think there's going to be a reunion inside, honey. After the Backstreet Boys' massive success, well, girl, looks like NSync won't be having the same success. Unfortunately, plans for a reunion have been put on hold after Justin Timberlake's Lyme disease diagnosis. Some of the guys, Insider says that they're all on board, but the timing wasn't right for Justin Timberlake at the time because he was on his solo Forget Tomorrow World Tour from April 2024 until this past July and is now battling Lyme disease. Timberlake announced his relentlessly debilitating diagnosis a day after his final show, writing in part, "I honestly don't know what my future is on stage, but I'll always cherish this run and all of them before." The Insider notes that the rest of the guys don't want to hit the road without Timberlake, whom they publicly supported following his health update, writing messages like "proud of you, brother," egg wishing you some well-deserved rest, and so much love. Congrats on an amazing tour. Bitch, listen, you guys know I'm not the biggest Justin Timberlake fan, but I will say this, girl. I do wish for him to have a healthy life and for him to be a strong father to his children. That is one thing for sure. But this diagnosis came just a little bit ago. Girl, how come he didn't do a damn tour all these other years where he was okay? Because his ego needs to sum up some parts that aren't as big. I'm just like, girl, I would be so fucking pissed off if I was these other guys watching the Backstreet Boys at the Sphere, killing it and getting millions of dollars because Justin Timberlake didn't want to throw away his khaki pants, put on a damn headset, get a fucking perm, and go sing Bye 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 on stage with them. Ooh, I'd be pissed. Anyways, girl, a speedy recovery, Justin. That is for sure. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to hit that follow for more tea. All right, best friends. So, first of all, can I just say, I think that I think that it's important for us to understand one thing, okay? I think it's important for us to understand that this, unfortunately, is very unfortunate. I really do hope and pray for a healthy Justin Timberlake, because he is a father, he's a husband, he's a son, and we want to make sure that these kids grow up with a healthy father. That's number one, and I'm being very serious when I say this. Having said that, this is pretty new, the Lyme disease. This whole reunion not happening because of Justin has been gone for years, all the years, okay, girl, because he has chosen to do his solo his solo career first. I feel like Justin is all about Justin, and I don't think that he really cares about the guys. I know he has brought out the guys a couple of times here and there, but I just feel like Justin, you know what, before, now obviously we've seen the way he was performing in his tour that just ended, and it wasn't great. He was not putting on a good show, and you could tell he was struggling. So I understand he's not up for a huge tour right now with anyone, or let alone with NSYNC. So what I think is happening is that he is seeing the success that the Backstreet Boys are having, and he's like, fuck, how come I didn't take advantage of this when I was, healthier, or when I was good to go, I had the energy, I wanted it, and I really do think that it's ego. If I would have been Justin and I would see these guys, my bandmates who were not really working, and I'll be like, you know what, girl, if I would just say yes, all of our lives would change, and they would get even more money, because I'm sure money was running low. I'm sure royalties were not that high for them, because I'm sure they signed really bad contracts in the past. So it's not like they were rolling in all the millions that they once had. So I'm like, you know what, girl, if a year of my life can set them up and their families forever, I'm gonna say fucking yes. But the thing is, he was so incredibly obsessed with the idea of being the next Michael Jackson, of being in the next huge solo artist. And unfortunately, he was not. He has some hits, but it's not like he was, the last fucking, Dorito in the bag. Okay, girl? His whole career was based off, insulting women and copying Michael Jackson and wearing ugly khaki pants. That's what I have to say about him. You know what, girl? Again, I don't like Justin. I think what he has done to Janet, to Britney, to his own wife is horrible. I think it speaks volumes. But at the end of the day, girl, I'm not like all these other girls wishing him ill will. I really hope and pray that he beats this Lyme disease, that he gets healthy, that he gets strong for his children. I'm not even thinking about the NSYNC reunion. I just want him to be healthy for his children. But you know what, I do have to say that I think it's important for us to also understand that, can you imagine how pissed off the other guys would be, like Lance, Joey, Chris, and JC? Like, I would be so fucking pissed off watching the Backstreet Boys have such a huge thing going on. They're even being considered for the Super Bowl. I mean, it is crazy for I'm sure it's crazy for them to see this and have to, hold this in and be like, damn, like, that could have been us. Because trust me, years ago, if NSYNC would have gotten together, they would have been fucking huge. It would have been huge. It would have been absolutely huge. So I do think it's pretty messed up. I think it's pretty crazy that that Justin, has not really done an official reunion with them. But that just goes to show his ego, girl. That's just all I gotta say. And you know what? Justice for Britney Spears and Janet Jackson, period. But listen, if NSYNC were to get together, would you go see them in concert? Let me know in the comments. I really do love NSYNC, some of their songs. I love It's Gonna Be Me. I love Bye Bye Bye. I love pop music, and I could appreciate it. And I think it would have been really cool if they would have gotten together, because the nostalgia would have been amazing. But unfortunately, egos got in the way. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to hit that follow, and I'll see you on the next one. Mwah. Bye.